Hello YouTube, my name is James Klim. Welcome to Red vs. Blue Season 10 Reviews. This week we're checking out Episode 11, which just aired, honestly, 12 minutes ago by the time that I'm recording this. And I just watched it, gave you my thoughts. The episode is in the description, so please go watch the episode, come back, and hear my review. That way you're not spoiled. Really quick, here's a quick shout out to JWP1FUL. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that, and if I did, I'd probably butcher the name. Happy birthday, bro. There's your shout out that I promised. Really quick, Matthew Lake is currently not here again. He's currently trying to infiltrate the Rooster Teeth complex, trying to get those Spartan armor skins for his Machinima. And Chris is currently working his ass off to make some cash. I'm here by myself once again. That's okay, because I'm gonna do the review anyway. And with me is a special guest. Is Mug Root Beer. No caffeine, 160 calories. So every so often you'll hear me do this. If you heard that, if you didn't, that's me taking a drink. So, without further ado, let's get started with the review. So, right off the bat, it starts off in present time, where Washington and Carolina are trying to figure out like what's on the CT disc, and see if they can find where the director is. And really quick, from the last episode, we find out that the real CT died a long time ago by Tex, and the fake one was her boyfriend, which died in Season 7 recreation by Laserface Church. So, they're trying to figure out if they can find any information and see if they can get to the director's location. The Reds and Blues, Tucker, Church, Caboose, Sarge, Griff, Simmons have a lot of comedy in this episode. We were kind of missing that in the Season 10, and they came back to a lot of the comedy, which I did enjoy. But it was a bit of a disappointment towards the end of the episode. I'll explain that later on. Pretty much, there's a lot of comedy going on. I love the part where Caboose honks the horn. They put Church into the mongoose, and Church is like, well, it's just like I was in the monitor form. Big fucking deal. And then Caboose honks the horn, and Church goes honk, and then he's like, Caboose, don't do that. I like those little things of RVB is what I really like. And stuff like that doesn't drag it on. So stuff like that type of humor where it's just quick and simple and then they continue talking, that's what I like about Red vs. Blue. What I don't like, and yes, I accidentally betrayed my teammate, what I don't like is when they talk and talk and talk and nothing happens when something should be happening. And essentially, does anything happen in this episode? No, nothing happens in this episode. But like I said, the quick humor is in my opinion, the classic RVB, not the talking for fucking ever and nothing happening. That's like the bad comedy for me, in my opinion. For me, at least, what I like is just the quick and simple little jokes here and there. We find out that once again, Sarge, his ultimate dream is not to kill a Blue or watch a Blue die. It's to watch Griff or kill Griff. And he came up with the song, and turns out Simmons knew the song, and he knew this from day one, and Griff is shocked at this. It's just more humor towards Griff dying and more humor towards Caboose being stupid in a way. And, Church dealing with all the shit in the Blue team. Tucker once again tries to convince Carolina that they're couples and they should fuck. But once again, Carolina shuts Tucker down instantly. And it seems like Tucker's Carolina's bitch. Because Carolina tells Tucker, go get the Epsilon Lunar from Caboose or whatever. And then Tucker's like, who cares about that? But as soon as Carolina says, please go get it for me, then Tucker's like, oh, well, fine. I really hope that in the later episodes we don't see Tucker being a Carolina bitch. I hope that maybe if there's a fight scene, he'll stick up for himself and he'll try to fight Carolina and hopefully not get his ass kicked by Tex. I'm going to take a quick sip. So after that, Carolina says, oh, give me the Epsilon unit, and we turn, and from Season 8, she finds out that they left it in an unknown warehouse, and Carolina's pissed, and, Tucker's like, who gives a shit? It was broken, same with everything else we fucking touch. Everything we touch breaks. And, so yeah, and then Carolina goes off to yet another unknown area by herself, which we don't know. So honestly, in the present time, like, when we actually go somewhere, we think, like, it always ends with them leaving somewhere, and we think in the next episode we'll get a lot of information, and nothing happens, and then they do it again, and then we expect it to have, more information. It's like a cycle. Carolina goes through this, or like Carolina and then like the Blues go to somewhere, a new area. We think something good, big is going to happen. Nothing happens. They go to a new area. We think something big is going to happen. Nothing happens. I hope that's not a cycle. I hope in the next area where Carolina goes by herself. She's going by herself, by the way. She's not going with anyone else. She's going by herself, alone. And Wash and the Blues are going to go in the temple and hide out. Cause it's going to get dark soon. I would like to see maybe in the next episode, in present time, Wash dealing with all this shit of the Reds and Blues, but actually have it be nighttime on Sandtrap. I think that'd be pretty cool. And see what the fuck Carolina's going to do by herself. I hope it's important, but present time as a wrap-up, nothing really happens. It's more Red versus Blue comedy, which I do like. The quick humor, which I find a lot of funny jokes, and I really do enjoy it. And Carolina goes off on her own to find something which we don't know about. And if you do know about it or have a hint towards it, let me know, because I'm clueless. And Washington's just dealing with all this shit. He's dealing with Carolina being pissed, and he's dealing with all the fucking retards on the Red and Blue team. So present time, nothing really much happens, but I did enjoy the quick humor. We get a flashback to the freelancers, and this is the part of the episode which I found extremely odd. Because never in my entire life did I picture to have two freelancers out of armor, wearing jeans and like sweatpants, drinking coffee, talking about their life. I never expected to see that in Red vs. Blue. Is it bad? No, it's just very oddly placed. I mean, I guess it shows a more humane side to the freelancers, which is good. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just, for me, it was extremely out of place. Or not really out of place, but from my perspective, I was just like, this is really weird. I don't really have an issue with it, but it's really weird. And plus, I don't know, like the rendering, once again, I mean, people say, oh, James, will the rendering and all the special effects get better after like 30 minutes? Bullshit. I watched the review, first thing uploaded, and I based my review of what I've seen. So, if it's fucked up the first time I watch it, too fucking bad. Rooster Teeth should be more professional with their videos, and they shouldn't take 30 minutes after the upload starts to upload it. Especially for sponsors. I mean, we're getting a privilege to watch the new episode. They should at least fully complete the episode. So even though, oh, like say I watch it tomorrow and the rendering is much better, I'm not going to change my score because, like I said, first impressions are everything. Just because they change it a day later doesn't mean I'm going to go back and change my review. It's what I first saw. So if the rendering is fucked up the first time I see it, that's going to affect the score. If they fix it later on, too fucking bad. That's just how I roll. Sorry. So, yeah, York and North are just talking about life and talking about how things are kind of hard on them and they need to take a break. And we see Carolina training her butt off, trying to beat Tex, and she's slowly getting better. But Tex, once again, you know, is at the top of the score, and Carolina's at the bottom of the score. And I did like the exercise. She walked in, and I thought she was going to get when she walked into the room, I thought initially that the director was going to yell at her for having CT killed, and he was going to put all of his like rage at her because the room, I thought she was going to be in like an interrogation meeting. Turns out it was just a training room, and she was just practicing like hitting the targets and doing not backflips, but just very quick acrobats, punching and kicking, and I'm sure Carolina is very flexible, bounce chicka bandwagon. Anyway, so yeah, the pastime, it's just a bunch of it's only York, North, and Carolina. Carolina's just training, saying repeat the course, repeat the course. Illis is the AI that's just doing the training course, and York and North are just talking about life and how they need a break and they should be more human and, you know, they should just relax for once. And showing them out of armor, showing them like a more personal side, does show more humane to them. I just thought it was very out of place, very weird to be in a Red vs. Blue show. Wasn't bad, it was just kind of awkward in my opinion. The rendering looked very unfinished. So overall, season 10, episode 11, I did enjoy it quite a bit. Not my favorite episode. I still like episode 10 the best. The meta main is a fucking boss. Let me know what you thought of episode 11 of season 10. My score, I'll give it a B or B plus. I don't know, B or B plus. I'll give it a B. I'll give it between a B and a B+. I can't decide. Very good episode. Not as good as the other ones, but I did enjoy the human sides of the freelancers, and I did enjoy everything else. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for some more RVB reviews on GrievousRocks. And, yeah, next week, Chris and Matt should be back. So, once again, thanks for watching. Have a good one. See people in the next video. Bye.